Here is a tree that's leaning from Hurricane Helene. I still have some in my backyard like that. Hi YouTube. Me and Gary, we just got done doing Tai Chi that my friend Poet told me about. I did Tai Chi a long time ago in a class at a gym, but now Poet got me back into it, so I'm very happy. I'm going to be more serious about it. And you like my snowman hat? Yeah. I saw somebody wearing this at Sam's Club, and I literally from afar thought it was somebody in a snowman outfit. Okay, so we're at this Christmas festival, and it's at the lake, and we're gonna go check it out. And oh, we did the Tai Chi. Oh, I was trying to get Gary to do it with me, and he was like being all goofy. He wasn't following the moves right. He was doing twirls and being all silly. And but anyway, it was fun. Okay, talk to you later. Cute bunnies and chicken.
Stare down. Just staring him down. She's like, I know you got treats. Jelly bean, you don't have treats.
He has none.
Nobody asked you.
No treats. None. You ate them all.
Do we have any Journey fans out there? I might like a little bit of Journey.
Oh, they're adorable.
We're gonna try this one next. I'm currently trying to learn the piano. Hopefully, by next year we're gonna have a few songs on the piano. This is gonna be one of them. It's an amazing
Adorable
song.
little
The first song
piggies.
I taught myself how to play. Called Faithfully.
We got a block.
Gary.
How's it going out? She keeps on loving me, and I keep on wondering
What? Gonna take Tony for a walk and Butter Bear. Tony, you wanna go for a walk? Yeah, aww. Okay, hi, my popcorn pals. Tammy here. How yous doing? How yous doing? I got a little pointer. All right. Let's see. I had so many things happening. Recently all right, November 29th. I took a nap and I woke up and I don't know, I just felt like eating something. And I'm running around the babies where they wanted some of the food and I don't know, I was just like, standing up, just eating. And I took like a few bites that were, you kind of swallow a little fast. Nothing out of the ordinary. We all swallow a little fast sometimes, but I usually eat very slow, but whatever. And, all of a sudden, I got this pressure in my chest, and it was like this gas feeling, like a bubble in the chest, and excruciating pain. And I was trying to I don't know, I was trying to burp or something. It was just horrible. And then I almost was gonna throw up, and I was trying to throw up, kind of, and trying to get some relief. The pain was getting worse and worse. It was radiating, this burning all over my chest. And so what I did was, and then I tried to get a drink of water, thinking that's going to help it. Made it worse. So what I did was, I figured I gotta go to the hospital. This is excruciating. So I went, I was going to call the ambulance, but I was like, well, Gary wasn't home. So I was going to call, I figured, let me call Gary. But first I'm thinking, how am I going to get to the ambulance? They can't come in here. I'll just walk out there and meet them. But anyway, I call Gary and he's like, he's trying to ask me, what is the pain like? What is it? And I was trying to explain it to him. And then I was like, I can't even talk about the pain. Pain was just so horrible. So I was like, I can't explain it. And I hung up on him. I just had to, because I couldn't talk that good, So he rushed home, and I said, get the wheelchair out of the little house. The little house is like a big giant shed. I call it the little house. I said, get that wheelchair, because I was in the hospital a long while ago with COVID, and I felt like I was dying. It was horrible. And I was so uncomfortable in those hard seats that they had. And I couldn't really lay down. It was very uncomfortable. And then I went to go on the floor. I was sitting on the floor, and I went to lay down on the floor. And this nurse yelled at me, get off the floor. And I said, you don't care about me, and you shouldn't be yelling at me. You yelled at me, because I felt like I'm so sick. I was throwing up, and I had a little trouble breathing. And so you know what? I said, that's it. I'm getting a wheelchair that even reclines. It lifts up the legs. If I ever have to go to the emergency room, I'm going to use my own wheelchair that goes, it flattens down to like a bed. So that's it. So I got that. And anyway, I'm telling Gary to get the wheelchair, and he couldn't find the legs to, the leg, all the attachments, for the back thing, the head pillow, the leg lifts. So I said, I don't care. It's all right. Just bring the wheelchair, and I won't even have any of that. I'll just have my legs dangling. We weren't really prepared, and I couldn't remember where I put the legs and all that jazz. Now I know where it is. I made sure I checked. So we get to the hospital, and here I'm like, all this frothy stuff was coming up when I was puking, and barely any of the food coming up, because it's stuck in the chest. It's stuck in the esophagus. And I'm like, I'm like, well, oh, and then so it was disgusting. It was like, and then I'm like in the back seat because I like to sit in the back seat. I feel safer back there, and he's driving, and I'm like puking, and and I wanted to be by the hospital where the duckies were, so I went. Oh, my nose ring came out. I have those nose rings that you just pinch to your nose. So this way you don't have to get a piercing. I had them for a while, but I didn't clip it that hard. So let me just get in there again. Ow. Ow. I hope that's tight enough. I don't know what it looks like, but anyway. So all right, so we get to the hospital. He wheels me in, and I'm trying to get my card, my insurance card, my license, and I could barely give it. The chest pain was so excruciating, and I found out later stuff what I was going through does mimic heart attack. Well, they hooked me up to the EKG, and they're saying don't move, and I'm like, I wasn't barely moving, but the pain, like I guess I was like, and I'd be like, maybe move a little bit. I don't know. Then it didn't take long. They got me back in a room, thank God. And I'm laying there. The nurse hooks me up to the IV, and she puts in, I don't know what the heck she gave me, something for pain, for nausea, different things. And they drew blood. They did that before. And then, what else? I kept asking for water, and they said, no, can't have it. So they kept holding off on the water. And then the nurse gave me something that kind of numbs you when you drink it. It like numbs all this area. And I was getting relief finally, because the attack, I've had similar attacks when Johnny passed. My thyroid popped out. I got the enlarged thyroid in the nodule, which that's another problem. But this is from the grief. I developed that instantly when he passed. And then I noticed I had that little gas thing where the food felt like it was stuck, but it was brief. It didn't, but I was like wondering back then, I was like, this was in 2018. I was like, what is that? Oh my God, I never had that before. But it happened so far and few between. I just figured, I just kind of ignored it. But this one was a doozy. This one got me into the hospital. I don't ever want to go through that again. I'm on like so many different medications now. The Carafate liquid, the Pepcid, the Protonix. Am I saying it right? What else? Oh, it's something for nausea and something for stomach cramps. But I don't always get the stomach cramps. I get them here and there, and sometimes the nausea, but not much. And not much with the stomach cramps either, really. But in the hospital, like they were getting ready to finally discharge me. Oh, the nurse, she was a crazy nurse. She was mean to everybody, but kinda. But like my glasses fell on the floor, and my call bell, and I'm like leaning over, like trying to get it. She sees me. I'm like, can you pick that up, please? So, and she says, well, you're going to fall out of the bed. Well, if you would pick that up for me, maybe I won't fall out of the bed. And lots of times she kept forgetting to put the side rails up. I really could have fallen out of bed other times. So, well, she's ready to discharge me after hours, right? Because I got relief, my heart was good, and the emergency doctor said, you got to go to a GI doctor. No, I knew that. I was going to say it to her. She said everything that I was going to say to her. She wants me to get an endoscopy, where they put the tube down your throat. You go to sleep for it, and they put like a mouthpiece to keep your mouth open, but it's like a bite thing. But they better do that when I'm asleep because I have TMJ and I will freak out. I would be just too anxious them doing that. So I have to be asleep for that. And they're like, so the tube goes down, they'll have a camera and they'll see if there's anything, any strictures, any motility problems, any cancer or beginnings of cancer, all that. And I have like these symptoms that point to that from what I've been doing with research. So please pray that I don't have that. But hopefully, if it was, we could catch this early. Now, the thing is, okay, so that's that. Oh, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting better. This was like, it was like weeks, or well, not weeks, but maybe a week and a half, and I'm still feeling like, well, this regurgitation coming up. I'm like, what is going on? This is constant like liquid inside of my esophagus. It was scary, and I was crying to Gary because I was like, am I ever going to get better? But just a few days ago, I started feeling better, finally. But I'm still taking my medicine religiously, and now they set up an appointment for me. Oh, wait a minute, let me see something. I just realized something. They set up an appointment for me for a GI doctor. It's on February 25th. And that's a long ways away. And they said I would have gotten in faster because I was in the ER. But I'm like, and they wanted me to get in a week or two after the ER. So I still, and now I guess I might have to wait till February 25th. Because I bet I've been asking people. I've been running around to the hospital. Me and Gary was checking offices to see if we could get a referral from the ENT doctors. And this one ENT doctor, they said, "Oh, you need a referral." I said, "Well, I have notes from the hospital. Can I bring them to you?" And she says, "Yes." Then I go there to find out, oh, we don't take this part of the insurance because that part is from South Carolina and we're Georgia. And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, God. And then I thought quick on my feet. I said, oh, I'll go over to my other ENT that was like down the street. But I got kind of lost. I found him. They were closed, but this receptionist helped me out. That was like a couple days ago or so. I haven't heard anything as far as a referral. And my insurance, I'm not supposed to get referrals. I'm a PPO. Well, now they're changing it. They want you to do referrals because they think that you don't even know what the heck's wrong with you. It's ridiculous. The insurance thing is ridiculous. And I have United Healthcare. Like what that CEO got killed. He was the CEO of United Healthcare. Okay, so then I called my doctor, was my primary care doctor. She was sick. So I couldn't see her. Then what am I doing here? Okay. I have a little thing here. So all right, where am I? What am I saying? I called, I asked the receptionist of primary care to give me a referral. So she said, check back with her Monday or Tuesday. I'm calling them Monday. I want to make sure that I've got it, and then hopefully I could get into it. But, well, I'm feeling a little bit better, so maybe I can hold on to February 25th, but I really don't want to. I would like to move faster. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else about that? All right, I think that's about it on that. Now, the other thing is Butterbear. You know that he has soft tissue sarcoma, and that's going to cost a lot of money for him to get an operation to get amputation of his front limb. I had a GoFundMe up on it if anybody wanted to chip in. But it seemed like I've asked so many times, nobody chipped in. I mean, some people did a little bit, but anyway, I don't even know why I'm even bringing that up. But one last time I might put it up. I'm getting so much closer now. But I will put it on Care Credit, and I'll have to be making payments. So many times I was going to get this operation, but hit bumps and like, I didn't want to do it. It's like, I don't want to take his arm off. I don't want to, do that to him but he's been living with this for so long. And it got removed, then it grew back. It's like high up on him. And then, like on here, then he, then it started growing, getting bigger and bigger. And I was getting different opinions, like, should I get it done? Should I get it, should I? And they were like, oh, you can wait. You can, like, some saying do it, some saying, oh, you can wait. It was just driving me crazy because I didn't want to do it. So I was like, I want to be sure. This is a very big decision. And now, then it grew really huge. And I'm like, oh my God, he's got to get it done. Oh, he developed the pulmonary hypertension. I already talked about all this, but I'll talk about it again. And then they didn't want to do it for a while. And then I'm like, well, he's doing good on his meds now. And then they were like, okay, we'll do it. So we go, and then it grew really, really huge. And I'm like, that's it. He's got to get it done. And he's fine on his meds. Let's go. I'm scared, but I was all ready. Well, they do a CAT scan on him. That was $1,000. I'm still making payments on that. And they did his lung thing. Well, there was no metastasis. That's how they checked. But they wanted to really be sure. I guess. Oh, because I think they saw something. Why did they want to do the CAT scan? I forget if it's because they kind of saw something on the lung chest x-ray, or they just wanted to I wonder why. I guess they wanted to make sure it didn't metastasize, but they didn't do that before. They only did the chest x-ray. I'm just thinking this all through. All right, I'll have to go back on I don't need to drag you all in on that. Okay, so they said it didn't metastasize, but they said that his lungs got worse, under that. And they said they didn't recommend surgery. They were scared, and they were like, we just don't want to do it. So I convinced them. Because I said, he's fine. I'm sure he'll be fine in the operation. And I'm getting a story all mixed up. I don't know. It's probably not going to be the right order. But then the one doctor said, well, the surgeon like, I wouldn't do that to my doggy. They were like, let him live his life the way he is. And then, and when if his leg gets really bad and it's time for amputation, just euthanize him. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, no way. And So now when I said, well, he's going to get it done. And at some point, it's a lot to remember. Some point the surgeon was like, well, no, I wouldn't do it to my own doggy. It's dangerous, blah, 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 because of his lungs. They would think like with anesthesia. So I went to another surgeon and they said, oh, we've operated on doggies with pulmonary hypertension, and we'll have an anesthesiologist there, and everything will be good, And so I was ready to go with that. Then, as a little bit of time went by, I noticed Buddy Bear's mass reduced by at least 60%, and it got like kind of soft. Well, long story short with that, I found out that could be necrosis. Then I started looking up necrosis, because that's like death, dying to the tissue. Well, the oncologist says that doesn't mean it went away, or it means like it could be necrosis. And I thought, okay, well, necrosis could be like, oh, well, it's dying. But I started reading that necrosis gives it a chance to metastasize. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going to have to get the operation. So that's basically where we're at. So, so prayers, please. And, what time is it? It's getting late. I want to go to bed. But I wanted to touch base with you again. And I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, but I'll be, I don't know if I'll be back on again. I probably will be before Christmas. All right. Good night, everybody. My popcorn pals. See ya. Okay, come here. Yeah.